The 4-3 numbering of Batman kicked off at the beginning of September, meant to be a jumping on point for new comic book readers. And while I do agree that it stands alone pretty well, I think some things could confuse readers that aren't familiar with what happened in Volume 3. This version of Batman so far isn't as brutal as the Batman most people have seen. He isn't the hardcore Bat we know from previous works, breaking bones, bashing heads, and pushing people to the brink of death. Instead, we get a hero willing to listen to a doctor about whether or not a monster should be considered dangerous. This version of Batman drops the black cowl for a more classic blue one, which I personally love, and rides alongside a hologram Jiminy Cricket-esque Alfred that he speaks to, and he gets some new gadgets to play with. We also see Jim Gordon working as a beat cop now instead of the GCPD commissioner that most people know him as. So where do these and other changes stem from? Let's take a look. To start, Bruce lives in Pennyworth Manor now. Wayne Manor was essentially snaked from the bat during the Gotham War arc in 2023 by Vandal Savage, a little more on him later. And after the Dark Prisons arc, where Bruce fights the robot Failsafe being controlled by Zur and R, and after going a bit crazy with Zur in his own head, Bruce is offered Wayne Manor in exchange for basically being Vandal's secret police. Of course, he rejects the offer and instead buys an old, broken-down mansion to fix up, naming it Pennyworth Manor after Alfred, making it a home not just for himself, but for the Bat family as a whole. Speaking of Alfred, where is he and what happened to our beloved butler? For this, we have to go back to 2019's City of Bane. This arc saw Gotham in complete control of villains, even having former Arkham residents act as GCPD and Thomas Wayne from Another Earth as the city's Caped Crusader. Thomas knew how much of a threat Bruce and the rest of the family could pose against him and the other criminals running the city, so he held Alfred as prisoner inside Wayne Manor, making sure everyone knew that if they were so much as seen in Gotham, he would make the butler pay. Damian, being the hothead he is, thought he could handle things on his own, and for a minute he seemed to be doing alright, taking Thomas's superpowered sidekick Gotham Girl out of the fight with the Wand of Clarion. But then he faced off with his multiversal grandpa and ultimately got his shit kicked in. This resulted in his capture and Alfred's neck being snapped by Bane right in front of the boy. Damian then became the new prisoner of Wayne Manor to deter any more heroics from the family. Not long after City of Bane, we got the Joker War story arc in 2020, where we saw the Joker manipulate Catwoman into stealing Bruce's bank information and take over Wayne Enterprises. Joker uses Bruce's money to pretty much take over Gotham and make some questionable purchases. During this arc, Jim Gordon steps away as commissioner, and we see Harvey Bullock take the job, albeit temporarily. Eventually, Renee Montoya would take over, but was forced to step down by the mayor. This opening allowed Vandal Savage, remember I said more on him in a little bit, to take over the job. You might be thinking, why would the immortal Vandal Savage want to be Gotham's police commissioner? And I don't blame you, but I'll do my best to explain. Vandal's immortality was regressing, and in order to fix that, he went to Gotham to snag the meteor that gave him his powers. His plan worked, but the meteor became a Lazarus pit underneath the city, making it so that his powers only work while he's near it. Accepting this fate, he decided to take over Gotham, but in a way most wouldn't expect, by becoming commissioner of GCPD. So where does that leave Gordon? After a stint as a private investigator, Gordon came back to the streets as a beat cop just before the start of the Hush 2 story arc, which is why within the first few panels of Fraction's Batman #1, we see him in uniform with a partner who keeps mistakenly calling him Commissioner. Personally, I'm thinking we'll see Gordon back as the Commish once Vandal Savage's run is over, and with him really making an enemy of Batman and Robin in the second issue that just dropped earlier this week, I could see his run coming to an end relatively soon. Overall, I'm really enjoying this new Batman. From the new toys and costume to possible story arcs to come, I think the 4-3 numbering of the Bat series has a lot of potential. What do you all think? Let me know down in the comments. And thanks for watching. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe for future uploads. Hopefully I see you in the next one.